Hi. Hi, Annie Bear. You still here? It's good to see you. I just decided this morning that I wanted to do a pop-up live. I had blown out all of my choices for this week because I wasn't going to be here. I was going to be with family. And then the best laid plans of mice and men. Um, and I am here. So I just thought, oh, just do a little pop-up live. Hi, Craig. Hi there. I thought that I would just do this and have a little bit of fun and chat with you guys. And I was thinking about the idea of when people have young grandchildren or children, and they see things. They see spirits, or they see things. Hi, kindness and light. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you both. Thanks for coming. When they see things, yeah, you are my second family, Craig. That's cute. Hi, Barbara. Hello. Thanks, Annie Bear. Okay. But when children see something and we discount it or tell them they're not really seeing what they're seeing, it's kind of a disservice to them because they are so open to seeing things that they're just you could get so much information out of them. Honest to God, you really could. If they could tell you what they're seeing, especially between the ages of that they talk. So between the ages of maybe 2 and 4.5 to 5 before they go to school, they see all kinds of things, and they can tell you about what they see. So if you were to ask them what they see, or if you were to agree that they do see something, then you could get all kinds of really cool answers. They could talk about even their past lives because they're so close to just coming over here into this new world that they absolutely have the ability to still be connected to it. And so I even remember my son when he was 2.5, and he was always kind of this old soul energy anyway. And I said, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to meditate. You play with your toys. And his stepdad was down with him when he was playing with them. But nothing else was said. Nobody could hear anything. And I went upstairs, and what I was doing was asking my spirit guide to come through and tell me her name or his name. And at the time, he couldn't hear anything, and I didn't know anything. And I came downstairs, and he looked at me and he goes, "Hi, Mommy, where's Darla?" And that's the name I was given upstairs. So kids know so much. Yes, Chris, it is a disservice when a parent shuns it or considers it nonsense. Number one, even if you don't believe in such a thing, let's say, which I don't think anybody here would be that kind of a person. But even if you didn't, their imagination is so beautiful. It would be awful to lose that imaginative spirit. And so the idea that they're talking to you about things that they see, spirits they see, and I don't know if you guys have ever watched the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of videos on the ghost within my child. I think it's called The Ghost Within My Child. And it talks a lot about how kids remember their past lives, or they remember, a lot of other things that were going on. So anyway, yeah. So welcome, everybody. I just decided to do this pop-up live. Where's Darla? Where'd she go? Hi, Linda and Wiki, Chris, and Tuda. Hi, JJ. Hi, Roseflower. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody. Chris came in too, and Lauren Hunsinger. Hi, Lauren, and Linda De Gonzalez, Mary Louise. So I want you to know also, there's a couple of things. I had somebody write that they didn't care for that they are too old for Romper Room, and they didn't. I'm guessing they didn't like that I was saying hello to the people in the chat, and so I just have to say that those of us who do that, we so appreciate you, and we want you to be acknowledged because you don't have to spend any time with us. And so I appreciate the fact that you're here. Sometimes I miss a few people as they come in or whatever, but I want you to know how much I appreciate you all. because, you got other things you could be doing or even other channels you could be listening to. So thank you so much for being here this morning. So again, I have no agenda. I was just thinking that it would be fun to go live. I tried to get some other folks to see if they wanted to come in, but everybody was busy this morning, so that's okay. I did get some new cards. I got a new deck of cards called the Mindfulness Messages, and I thought, ooh, those might be fun. And then I got another set of cards called Spiritual Awakening cards. And those just came in. I've not used them. So if anybody wants to have a reading from one of those, or if you just want a general reading, then I'm here for a little while to do that for you. I'll be back this afternoon with the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. I don't know if everybody's aware of it, but there are 7 of us. And we switch channels every time, although now with the simulcasting, we may end up on both channels. I'm not sure. Or all 7 channels. But I know some people are not liking that. I have gotten some emails, and I've also gotten in the chat last night, somebody mentioned it, that it seems to be not as chat friendly, let's say, as it is when there's just one channel that's streaming. So, I think maybe a mix of both might be in order. I don't think I have to, and of course, there's nobody else to stream to this morning, so I don't have to worry about that here. But I do think it's really nice, especially for people who are trying to start out their channels, and they have a place for people to see what their talents are. And although I've been bringing people on now for 2.5 years to introduce them and, show their talents off to people, there's still a better way where you can also have them simulcast on their channels. So don't throw the baby out yet with the bathwater. Just check it out, see what you like. But yes, my chat people, my subscribers, and those who listen to me and my wonderful guests, you mean a lot to me, and I really do take your thoughts and ideas into consideration when I'm figuring out what I want to do. So just a little heads up there. Friday at noon, I do have JJ Tuda Speaks will be on with me. She's in the chat right now, and she's fabulous. So make sure it'll be about noontime, Pacific time, 3:00 Eastern. And we'll also be working. I'm seeing what's coming up next week. I think Monday I'm on with Gerald on Tarot Stash. I'm so looking forward to it. He is so much fun. And so you like it when the chat is in one place, JJ? Okay. So you don't really like the simulcasting either then. All right. Hi, Kelly. I just sent you an email, Kelly. Check it out. All right. You agree to, Linda? Hi, Richie. It's maybe a bit of a disconnect between the chatters. That's true. If you could see all the chatters from both channels, then you might feel differently. But I'm guessing you can't. So, all right. Well, I really do. Oh, thank you, Annie. I really do appreciate your feedback on it. I don't, hi, MJ. Yes, it's a nice coffee break surprise. For me too. Thank you, dear. Yeah. So let's see. Anybody else? Anyone want to be the fly on Mike Pence's head when he has? Great. Oh my God. I forgot about the fly on Mike Pence's head. He did say this morning that while he didn't agree, he didn't really want to do it, that he wasn't going to break the law. And so I think he was just waiting for them to say he had to do it because he doesn't want to do it, because he doesn't want the former guy to get mad at him. But yeah, it's crazy. All right. So let me see if I miss anybody. You love that. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I really love Oracle cards. I don't know. And there's nothing against tarot. It's just that for me, they just speak to me better. A walkthrough of, sure, I can do that. A little walkthrough of the decks. Hi, Mary Thornberry. Yes, Mary, I agree. Saying hello does matter. Yeah. Okay, Tootie, you want a reading? All right. You caught yourself waving back. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Seascape. Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah, I agree. When I was in the chat, or when I'm in the chat with other people, people don't have to belabor that I'm in the chat and, oh, Allie, you're wonderful. I can't want that, but it is nice to be recognized. As a matter of fact, I've gone to several places where not only am I not recognized, but they never take my question. And, it's kind of disappointing. So although we may miss out and we can't always do your questions, it is what I strive to do, even though it might take. No, Annie, I decided not to reschedule my trip. Right now, I'm not feeling the best about flying. I'm seeing so many crazy things and near misses and people getting mad and fighting on planes. And if I'm going by myself, I just feel like, I don't think I want to do that. If I was with my husband or even with my daughter or my friend or whatever, I would feel okay about it. But when you're trying to do it alone and everything else is kind of screwed up. So, but I am going to Sedona this May to see Linda and Susan Lynn, and I'm hoping to do some broadcasting from that forum and see what we can come up with, maybe do some readings or something while I'm there. But I'm not part of the seminar. I'm just a participant in it, going to see it. But we're driving. I've decided that driving for me is my thing. So, all right. So let's see. You were fixing cinnamon tea. Oh, that reminds me of my mother. That is really awesome. All right. I don't want to miss anybody here. Your dad didn't believe in it. Now he does because he's only, oh, yeah. There you go, Craig. All right. So let me see if I've got everybody that at least wanted a card clicked here, and then I'll come back. So Tuda wants one, and Linda wants a walkthrough, and I'm going to do a walkthrough of them. I'll do it on the deck of the Spiritual Awakening deck. Yeah, I'll do it on that one because the other one is just sort of messages that come through. So, all right. Linda De Gonzalez, Keith, Craig needs to do a remote view. Yeah, Craig, go take a remote viewing class and see if you can see the fly on Mike's head. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Linda. It's not so good for the community. Yep. Oh, you don't like it, Kelly, either? Okay. All right. See, I needed to know that. Lauren, I wish I had a memory because someone was able to combine the chats. Oh, I'd like to know that. Because it seems to me that I see them combined, but they were telling me that you can see them combined if you are the one hosting. But then last night, Katie was hosting and I could still see everybody. So I don't know. Yeah. Hi, Lori Paradise. Pop-up gal. Yeah, that's me. All right, Annie Bear, I got yours. Hi, Esther. Hi, Lottie. Okay. No problem. You've got your doggy there, Kelly. No problem, honey. Oh, yeah, that's right, Hypnicity. You got a new Oracle deck. Wow, that's awesome. Yes, Katie was able to shut the stream down last night. She went to her phone apparently did work, so she got it to shut down. Thank goodness. It would have run all night. And I'm going to do that. I think we'll do co-host stuff. Yeah, we'll do co-host stuff. Oh, thanks, Lottie. Thanks, Lottie. I appreciate you being here with us. That's right. Let's see. All right. We need a massive energy discharge and a refresh. No kidding. We've talked about this in a couple of times. And it's the energies. It's the energies. The planetary energies are just really crazy. Just really crazy. So, yeah. All right. So I have Chris and Lori and Linda and Seascape. Oh, a walkthrough and Wiki. It shows a few of the cards and talks about them. That's all it is, Barbara. Yeah. Oh, you're having a mini snowstorm. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, Kelly. Wow. Hypnicity. Amanda. Go with the flow on the, yeah. Yeah. You need a word of inspiration because your kids won't stop talking. All right, Craig. How about 2 words? Quiet down. Quiet down. That's what you could tell them. I guess you shouldn't say shut up. Hi, Diana. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbara. I'm sorry. And it's only Wednesday. You really loved the book show. I hope you will do that again. Oh, the book show. Okay. Well, I don't want to say too much, but I'm working on something with another academic, and we are going to be bringing a special show to this channel, and it will be us talking about different books, talking about different things, and it will be probably recorded, but we could possibly have it open up so that people could ask questions as well. You've been feeling weepy, Tuda? Okay. She has the little kids. Yeah. All right, let's see. Hi, Penny. Nice to see you. Hello, Rosie the puppy that's sitting with Kelly. Oh, what are you saying here, Mary? I think the tragedy as of this week, it's hard to shake the energy and requires us to do our spiritual. Thank you. I agree. I've been trying to back away from the nonsense that's been happening, like the nonsense that happened in Waco over the weekend with the January 6th choir singing, and it just never goes away. I'm just so tired of it, and it feels like somebody pressing down both my shoulders at the same time. It's like it's draining, and even if I try to disconnect from it, it lingers in the air in some ways. So, hello, Anne. Speak of the devil, and there she is. There's my other academic. Okay, wonderful. So yes, Kelly, you changed all your decor in the dining room and living room for spring. Well, good. You just watch the news. You can't bear it. Yeah. Yep. Oil paint are so exhausting. Yeah. Thank you so much. It does linger. Okay, let me do some of these readings for you then. I'm going to start, though, with what Linda wanted, which was a little look at the deck. Again, I just got this deck today. It's called the Spiritual Awakening deck, and it's 52 Universal Law Oracle cards. I'm sure you all know about some universal laws, like the law of one. There's the law of one. There's the law of what's the one we always follow with Esther Hicks? That's one of the spiritual laws. So there's a whole bunch of them, and so, for instance, this one here is the law of pure potential. And this is where you open your mind to all possibilities and allow yourself to receive everything, good, bad, or indifferent. So we don't want the bad, but we do want to be purely potential. So I've been doing this thing where I found an affirmation that I'm supposed to say 3 times a day for 3 days. And there again is that 369 thing, and it's asking my guides and angels to open themselves up to allow for me to hear, see, smell, think, figure out, honor, whatever it is, my gifts. And I think it just really is trying to get me to think along those terms in order, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, if you think about that you want this to increase, then you're inviting your angels and your guides and your ancestors as well, and the ascended masters in to help you, and you're giving them permission to help you when needed. And I know Susan Lynn did this and actually backfired, but she's funny about it. She did that many years ago, and now they give her advice on her diet, and she doesn't like that very much. But it's sort of you're allowing it to come in without fear, and without having to ask every single time. So I always think they should know when I need them. But they probably do. They're probably just sitting there drumming their fingers, saying, "Why the hell don't you ask us to help? We can't do it unless you ask." Here's another one, the law of oneness, or the law of one. I remember there's a sort of a prayer when one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of something, I can't remember it all, but there's a prayer you can say about the law of one. Whatever happens in the microcosm also affects the macrocosm. So it can affect us, it can affect the community. And because we are a tight community, we can get affected very, very easily by whatever it is. This says release the need to make anyone wrong and unify your truth. So if somebody says something that is contrary to what you believe and you think they're wrong, you can, instead of saying, no, you're wrong, you can say, for instance, that's your truth. And everybody has their own truth, but not everybody has their own facts. Or that's what I heard from somebody, or you may have your own spin on it, but that doesn't mean you have the knowledge that it's true. So you can have your own truth, but you can't have your own true. It's like that alternative facts thing that Kelly, what's her name, in the White House always used to say, oh, those are alternative facts. Oh, that's not such a thing. Here's one called the law of growth. Look at the lion, beautiful. Be steadfast in your faith and stay with the course. You're given the beauty of two things. You're given the beauty of the lion and you're given the beauty of flight. So not only are you well grounded, but you also have the ability to be in the air. So yeah, these are beautiful cards. The law of vibration, the law of neutrality. They're very light in color. And I love the imagery because some of the imagery to me is very Greek and Doric architecture. We have pyramids in there. The law of forgiveness. I love that. That's right. That's like holding a tightrope. It says here that release all judgments and set yourself free. So really good information. So that's what this card deck is about. And I like it because it just gives you a little bit of a heads up, maybe into what area you might be needing help in. So if I pull one of these mindfulness musing decks for the rest of us, just for everybody, it's a community pull. What I get here is casting spells. Isn't that beautiful? Be careful what you say, because you're casting a spell with your words. It says here, the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. So that's what one of these mindfulness musing cards is. So, and I'm perfectly happy to also use other cards if any of you would rather me use those cards as well, because I sure have a whole bunch of cards. All right, let me quickly check the chat. All right. All right, let's see what you had to say, Annie Bear. When I take a step of confidence, growth, I get real wobbly. Takes out loud prayers in the dark days, so to get through it. Yes. We tend to feel as though, what if this doesn't go right? We kind of look at it that way. But the only thing I can tell you is, it's that whatever it is that you decide that you want to do is the right thing to do, even if that brings you to a dark place, because it isn't forever. And yet, when we venture out to something new, it's very hard because we have to trust. We have to take that jump. But yes, very good. Casting spells. The trick is to emanate them. Yes. Small shifts can bring great strides. Thank you so much. Yes, Annie. Good point. And the architecture symbols show these things are deeply rooted in ancient history. Yes. This is not new information. And that's why when people bring up something like The Secret, it's really not a secret. None of that stuff was a secret. It's always been here. It's just that it wasn't in the main forum. It wasn't something that we were, we looked at. Yeah, they are very dreamy cards. Fake news. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you have a granddaughter story? When Lily was 3 or 4, she always spoke to her angels. She would just sit and listen. My favorite memory was when she asked them why they all had Oh my goodness. That gives me chills. Wow. They were there to mend those wings with her. What a memory. What a beautiful thing for her to see and to ask at that age. Wow, you have just blown me away, Lauren. Wow. Oh, that's so nice. Law of attraction. Thanks, Barbara. Yep. Kelly, you're saying that we are feeling down and stuck, but we're moving out of it. Yep. Yep. I agree with that. All right. They're proposing a bill to reduce or eliminate veteran disability. Why not? Why not? Let's propose bills that are preposterous. Okay, I'll ask. Oh, that's silly. That's like trying to get rid of Social Security or whatever. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Let's go to this question. All right. Bust them out. So I'm going to pull one of your spiritual awakening cards, JJ. I'm looking forward to working with you on Friday. And if you don't want to simulcast, we don't have to. That's perfectly fine. I really appreciate the feedback. And you have to know, at least on this channel, that I value this chat so much. And I value all of you so much. And so, while I may want to do it a few times or some of the time, I definitely will not be doing it all the time. That way, everybody can get a chance to enjoy the chat. Because I think in this case, if we had two channels that didn't have similar audiences or had totally different audiences and weren't on subscribed to both channels, then it might not be so bad, because you'd have a whole bunch of people on this channel talking and a whole bunch of people on this channel talking, and never the twain shall meet, because they weren't going to anyway. Let's put it that way. But I think when you have people that have more than one channel subscription, that they follow other people. The other thing I've noticed is that I have been on shows where I have had some criticism in a chat because they don't really care for the way I do something. And you know what? Not everybody's going to like my style or anything about me. It's perfectly fine. But it is a different audience. It's a much different audience than I usually have. So I think that I have to take that and not be so bristly about it, All right. So I pulled you a mindfulness card, Tuda, or JJ rather. Guidance system. I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away I am from what I want. When I'm feeling joy and doing the things I love, I am in a state of allowing for my desires. I notice when I am feeling low vibrational thoughts and shift them to release resistance. Oh, I like that. Okay. So that is very important for all of us. When we're feeling low, we have to shift. We have to consciously shift so our vibration can shift. This one here shows up for you. Beautiful card here of this gal near a big city, but she's got a lot of shininess above her, and it says, "This is the law of manifestation, letting go of trying to control life and allow for miracles." I don't know that you have that problem, but I think it's just a good reminder that we need to let go and let whatever it is that's happening. And I think that does go along really well with the guidance system. It's making sure that you're in the now, in the present, and that you are absolutely aware of that which is around you and what is influencing you. Yeah. Okay, I see I have some more questions here. All right. Yeah, no, they're not leaving. The Republicans are not leaving anything untouched. Yeah. Oh, Craig, I didn't know some people didn't like Milu because he doesn't use cards. Really? always a reason. There's always a reason for something. And some people may just not like them because their energy is different. And, so we just have to say that. So hi, Annie Bear. Let's see what we got for you this morning. Looks like I'll be pulling one manifestation and then one spiritual awakening card for everybody. How about that? All right. And Craig, I'll try to answer that question. Expansive. And there's books, Annie Bear. There you go, books. Every day I'm learning new things and expanding my highest potential. Oh, nothing better than that. Nothing better than that. Woohoo. Yeah, that's awesome. And you got the card, the Law of Perfection. Choose to view life in all its glory. And it's a mirror. So what do you suppose? You go up to the mirror, you look in the mirror. Don't immediately not like what you see. You have to love what you see. You have to be in love with that in order to grow. So anytime we see that, remember, we mirror back what it is that we see. Sometimes we don't feel very, like we didn't have our hair washed, or today I went out to get my coffee. I hadn't brushed my teeth. My hair was a mess. It was bedhead, and my clothes were from yesterday. Wasn't too impressive, but at the same time, I'm not one of those people that has to curl my hair or put on makeup to go somewhere. I just don't. I just go. So thanks, Annie Bear. Thank you so much, dear. And hello, Lori P. Glad you're here, honey. Lori P is my best friend that I was supposed to stay with when I went back to New Hampshire. So we're already missing our coffee time together. But anyway, she's going to come visit me, hopefully, in the early fall, late summer. There we go. All right, Lori. Ooh, talking about mirrors today. Here's a mirror. You got the mirror. It's a different card, but you got the mirror. And the mirror says, in order to change my life outside, I need to change my life inside. Once I open to the change, my exterior reality will begin to measure those new shifts. Can't say that's not true. If we want things to change, then we have to change the way we see them. And you already know that. I know. Oh my God. I love this card. It's gorgeous. And look at it's a gate and the birds up above. And it's the law of eternality. And the message is, and this is for everybody, I think, it really is. Live like you are dying. Now that sounds morbid, but it isn't meant to be. What it's meant to say, or what the message here is, if you knew you were dying, how would you live? Would you have that chocolate cake? Would you take that trip? Would you tell people you love them? What would you do? And we all need to live like we're dying. We all need to live like we're dying because we are. And that's maybe not actively, but the minute you're born, you begin to die. That's just the way it is. And in that case, we have to remember that life is short, and we need to live as though tomorrow may not come. So anyway. Wow, the second time you've heard that message. Wow, okay. Hi, Akila. Yeah, this was just a pop-up live, so I'm glad you're here. Hello, Teresa. Glad you're here. Not morbid, so true. Okay, good. Yep, live like you're dying. Beautiful message. It is. It really is. Hi, Esther. Oh my God. Hi, Sylvia. Okay, I got your request. Okay, have fun, Kelly. She's probably already gone. All right. People can pick and choose what they like, who they like. I reckon both communities and live in StreamYard will be ditched for confusing. Yeah. Yep. So we really need to find out what our community wants and then go with what they want. That they're the more important people. Reaching other people will happen whether we wanted to or not. That was the point of it, I think. It was that we were going to try to reach people that we might not be able to reach otherwise. My company just had a meeting, and that was the message. Synchronicity, huh? Wow, Richie. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. A lot of people would not care to hear that message. They wouldn't understand that message. But, oh, it's a Tim McGraw song? Okay. I don't know, because I'm not a country western person, but awesome. You've been singing live to the Beatles today, you say, Mary? You've been singing live and Live and Let Die all morning. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Woo-wee. These messages, they're giving me chills. I like these cards. They were wonderful. All right. Here we go, Chris M. All right. All right. First card I get for you from the message card, Chris, is doing our best. Doing our best. We're all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay, no matter the outcome. I just said that. Wow. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. There really is no wrong decision. We do need to live our best because we need, and I'm sorry, my daughter hates that saying, I'm living my best life. She doesn't like any quirky sayings that come out, but really, if you're living your best life, it just means you're conscious, I think. It means you're conscious and you're trying to do the very best you can by being conscious of your choices and the way you think about things. The second card here is the Law of Correspondence. And here we go with the mirror again. See life as the ultimate mirror, guiding you to the highest version of yourself. Wow, how beautiful. So yes, because we are in action. We are becoming that every day. Every day we are in the midst of some kind of action that we've taken in order for that to happen. Yep. Thanks, Chris. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, Ellen, I got you. There's a few ahead of you. All right. All right, Linda, you want a card for what you should watch out for. I think the messages, I think these two cards are complementary. So I'm going to do that. Ooh, watch out for magic. Magic. Beautiful. There's magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. That's why you were where you were with the budgies that became your babies. That's synchronicity. That's magic. They knew you would take care of those babies. Wow. And the law of destiny is the law you get, which is part of the magic. This is whatever your destiny is part of the magic. It's written in the stars that you wholeheartedly desire is your destiny. That what you desire is your destiny. So yes, there's a song that Freddie Mercury sings on his solo album, and it's I can't remember the name of it, but in the lyrics it says it's written in the stars. And it's very powerful. Every time I hear that song, I think, yep, whatever it is written in the stars. It's my destiny. It was my destiny to find that song because I love it so much. But yeah, there you go. Thanks, Linda. Thank you, dear. All right, Seascape, how are you? Okay, JJ, take care of yourself. Thanks for coming by. Oh, good, Wiki. I think you should write down the musical messages you get. That's what happens to me. I get a lot of music that comes in and it's timely. And I think I need to start writing that down as well. Absolutely. Very good. Yes, life is much more fun with magic. Oh, Chris, really? That's amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Sorry. Seascape. Always love seeing that little dog. Okay. So this has a little boy that looks like having a tear. It says up and out. It says, to heal the parts of me that I feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up and out. So that's where it comes up. And then the tears came in, apparently. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them, and then I release them. A lot of us, maybe not so many women, but I know my husband is very guilty of this. He'll have emotions and he won't let them out. And then if they'll build up and they'll finally come out. He needed to feel them first in order to let them out. You can't just let them go. And this is what addiction is. When people turn to something else, it's because the feelings that are coming up for them are uncomfortable to them. So they take that thought, that idea, and they move it into having a drink, having a smoke, having a whatever their addiction is. They want to take it completely away and think of something else. And so it's very sad, but I really believe it to be true. I've seen it too many times to know that it is. Yeah. The law of neutrality is here. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Ooh-wee. She's jumping in a lake and she's got beautiful flowers underneath. A lotus. Practice non-reaction and staying in equanimity. That's hard. That's hard. Non-reaction. It almost seems like we're stone cold. But it does go along with the other card. And I think why it does is because you've got to sit with it and let it out. You've got to bring it up and let it out. And that doesn't require any action on your part. That only requires you to be quiet and then bring it out when you're able to. You don't have to yell at anybody. You don't have to answer to anybody. You can just let it well up and let it prepare itself like a geyser for release. Yeah. I hope that helps you, dear. Okay, wiki. All right, what else have we got? Annie Bear snacks. Oh, awesome. Yeah, isn't Seascape's dog cute, Lottie? Oh my God, yes. Non-reaction is neutral, so you need to let it run its course instead of thinking it. Good. You do internalize okay. Yep. I've had a situation that's been festering sort of for about 2 weeks. And my normal customary would be to deal with it right away, head on. No, it's not going to work that way. So I'm just letting it fester, working through it and seeing if I can come to a I'm in non-action at this point. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. Oh, you must be on your lunch hour, pretty close to it. No, it's probably you're on your way home. I forgot you're on a different time schedule. All right. Who we got here? We have Wiki, and I don't know why it went away. Sorry, Wiki. Ooh. Your card is breathe. Breathe. Beautiful. Looks like 2 lungs, but look at the flowers inside. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and I breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. I then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. I think we have, when we had Valerie on last week and she was doing that sort of breathing thing, all of us felt a little bit better. Because I don't know about you, but if I get nervous about something or something's bothering me, I kind of hold my breath. Not a good idea. You need the circulation of the energy in life. The card I pulled for you from the other deck is the law of truth. Look at the beautiful door awaiting you there. I love doorways. Love unconditionally and create healthy boundaries. Love unconditionally and create healthy boundaries. A lot of people think if they create a boundary or they tell people they have a boundary that they will not love them anymore, or they'll stop talking to them, or they'll be angry with them. And I'm not saying that's you particularly, Wiki. I'm just saying it's something that is done. So we can't, some people, we tiptoe around their feelings, and we don't set the healthy boundaries that we need to set. Don't tiptoe around anybody's feelings. I mean, you don't have to be nasty, but you have to say, I'm sorry, that's where I set my boundary. That's where it is. Yeah. And you have every right to it. All right. So that was Wiki. Hypnicity. Okay, Lottie, I'll put you on here. We'll see. We'll probably be able to do it since it's just me. And I can stay. I'm going to say at this point after yours, no more readings after Lottie. Please. Oh, that's cool, Jerry. And that's good for your back to take your little power naps during lunch break. Good for you. I used to do that. I know you don't have a vehicle you can go out in. I used to do that, and I put the seat back and I just shut my eyes for a little while and take a break. It's really, or listen to music or something. It's really relaxing. We really need it. We really need it. All right. I love this. You're supposed to dance it out, girl. You're going to dance it out. Boo, 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 boo. Put on the music. Put on the music. I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Did you know it? Whenever I start to feel the buildup of energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. But not like the former guy. You know how he does this crap? No. I mean, move. Move, girl. I don't have to look a certain way. I just simply move and feel the stress or heaviness begin to ease out of my body. I do that. As a matter of fact, my niece was visiting us for a few days, and the Amazon guy came and said, "Do you live here?" And she said, "No." And he said, "Oh, okay, because there's always lots of music coming out of this house." And I thought, you had some really good music playing. And I thought, oh, never know who's listening, do you? All right. Oh, you named your budgies, Geraldine and Rich. They're female, hopping around their cage. Oh, good, Sherry. Okay, good. The second card you got, Hypnicity, is the law of perception. And if you're dancing around, nobody's looking. And even if they were, doesn't matter. There you go. It says, the law of perception, look beyond the illusion to the one truth, whatever that truth is. So, I don't know. The older I get, the less I worry about what people think, especially if my husband and I used to dance down the aisles at Walmart when he was fun. He's not as much fun as he used to be. And he'd just grab me and we'd start dancing to the music that was playing in the store, So I like spontaneity like that. I think it's important. Oh, Mama Sees All. Is my complaint that I wrote to the Virginia State Bar Review going to be needed to make my brother-in-law stop placing? Ooh. Is your brother-in-law Trump? Jeez. What is it with people who think they're above the law? I don't know if I'll ever get it. Everything applies to everybody else, but not from me. Not me. Give me a break. I'll put it at the end. I was stopping taking questions, Mama, but I'll put it at the end. We'll see if we can come up with an answer for you. Okay? All right. Hi, Amanda. I'm going to give you one from both decks. How about that? Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I have loving space, loving space, two people holding hands, and the heart is there. And it says, I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get them themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey. So this is a good time to bring up the idea of holding space for people. I don't know if everybody has heard of that sort of idea, but when somebody's going through a really hard time and there's really nothing you can do for them, and you can't, you can say you're sorry, or that you'll send prayer, I suppose, or you'll, whatever it is, or maybe you don't even know what the problem is, but your friend is going through a hard time, or someone that is, you tell them that you'll be holding space for them. You're holding space. You cannot go through what they're going through, but you most certainly can hold that space in your heart and in your mind, that things will work out well for them for the highest good of all concerned. I have a friend with long COVID. I can't do anything for her. She lives in Georgia, and she can't work. She can't even walk to the mailbox half the time. She's in her 50s. It's very sad. But I can't do anything for her except for hold space. And what that means is I honor her and what she's going through. And I'm sorry she's going through it. And, maybe I could send love and prayer, but I can't do much else for her. But I can do that. And she knows I'm thinking about her and I'm taking care of her the best way I can. So I just wanted to bring that up. You got the Law of Correspondence, which is the card that says, see life as a mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. You got that card. So yes, life corresponds. What you see is what you're working towards. Try to put good things in your way, so to speak. Whenever things are going bad, see if you can find the good in it. See if you can find the flowers, let's say, in a muddy pond, that kind of thing. Without us being too mamby-pamby, I understand. Thank you, Amanda. All right, so I'll pull the card for you, Craig, but you want to know this too. Let's see. Where's my cards I had? All right. I'm going to pull my regular cards. So they want to take away veterans' disability, but they're the party of law and order, and they're the party that love the police and love the military and love the veterans and love lip service. Gee willikers. All right, on this question, the first card I get is hammer. It seems to me that somebody's sort of got a hammer and they're trying to hammer out finding ways to save money with the debt, but they're not going to get too far with this. It says here that that they're trying to fix things, but that isn't what's happening. What they're doing is they're creating a lot of chaos and a lot of problems. The next one is that they think somebody's got to sacrifice for the higher good, but why does it need to be? Why does it need to be the veterans? If you remember correctly, in Texas, I believe, during the COVID thing, some of the Republicans said that old people need to suck it up and die of COVID as a sacrifice for the younger generation. And that actually was said. And I'm seeing this in this. This is where the fascism comes in. This is where it's very, how do I say it? I got to be very careful. This is where a former member of a government that knocked down a whole population of religious people, a whole population of people that were mentally or physically disabled. They don't want those people anymore because they're not real people. They're not a subset. And I'm thinking to myself as I'm seeing this, oh, of course. So the veterans, they were useful in their time, but they're not useful to us anymore. So why don't we don't need to keep paying them. This is what the feeling is around it. This is what I'm feeling. The last thing here is that good things are coming. So I don't think the Democrats, at least they're going to try like hell not to let that happen, or some of the more progressive people, because they know that's ridiculous. And I think they're just trying to try anything they can in order to create chaos and nasty reactions to things. So I hope it will be stopped. I can see them chipping away and hammering away at it because it's just one of those things that goes along with an authoritarian regime. So I've been watching a lot of History Channel stuff on the past and what was done in the past in Italy and Germany and other places. And I'm seeing the same thing, the same model. And it's very uncomfortable to see. All right, Craig, as far as a regular reading, okay, I have here intentions. And it says, this is your intentions card. And it says, today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make today whatever I want it to be. My intention for the day is fill in the blank, whatever it is you want. It's right there. That's what you're intending. And it's telling you to tape it to your mirror. What is your intention for the day? So fascinating, Craig. The next one is the law of healing. The law of healing. Look at her. She's in very blissful look on her face. Transform your trauma and transform your life. Wow. You've had some trauma. You've had some trauma in life. And you have transformed some things in your life from that trauma. So it's really just an admonition to keep doing so. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to do you next, Sylvia. I got to just check the chat here. Hi, Starlight. Yeah, it is Linda out of the Fascist Playbook. Yep. All right. Don't respect their elders. No. Oh, for Tuda, who's listening while she cooks, those who reach so high also dig so deep, for all of us holding space for happy miracles and wonderful surprises. That's beautiful, Annie. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. They only love veterans when they're fighting wars. Yeah. And which reminds me, there was a beautiful book that was written, and it was about how they did not want any Native American people. They didn't during World War II, they didn't accept the Native American, of course. And yet a lot of them joined the service, and a lot of them were those code breaker talkers, and they did a lot of things. They were fabulous. They did a lot for the country. But once they were done, then they went back to not being spoken to or recognized. And this is the paradigm. This happens all the time. It's just crazy. It really is crazy. All right, let's see. Any more that I need to see before I go on? Because what you have to... Hello, Fiona Harold. It's nice to see you. Hi. Yes, Code Talkers did win the war for us, Loretta. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep. And the native languages saved us from a defeat from many situations. They really did. They did. God bless the Native American soldier, honestly. And all Native Americans anyway, in general, because I love you guys. Okay, Sylvia, here we go. All right. All right, the first card I pull, Sylvia, is projecting. Projecting. But look, she's got a smile on her face. And it says, rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions with me, I have the choice in how to respond. Yes. It's hard because our first reaction is to respond right away. Somebody has just said something that's really upset us, or what did they mean by that? And that's our natural reaction to it. But Eleanor Roosevelt said, your opinion of me is none of my business. So you could always respond that way. Finally, you get the law of creation. Focus your mind to create your deepest desires. Look at that. It's limitless. Look at that. It's like a pathway to the light and to the sunset. So yes, you have that limitless potential. This is another thing. Don't let anybody tell you your idea isn't any good, or that that isn't a good idea. Don't do that. Sometimes whenever somebody hears an idea, a lot of the times, if they have different intention, the first thing they think of is, oh, well, that's not a good idea. I wouldn't do that. Leave your opinion to yourself unless somebody asks you for it. And then if they do, just say, it's your choice. It's always your choice. If we really want, what was it? If I wanted your opinion, I would have beat it out of you. There was an old poster from the 70s where there was a huge gorilla, and it said that underneath it. I love that. Hi, Mel S. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. All right. We got Ellen here. Ellen, it's good to see you, dear. I hope things are going well for you. All right. Dogs, I'm going to go a little bit over an hour. Don't get all... My dogs always let me know when I've been on an hour. All right. The first card I get is subconscious mind. Woo, something boiling in there. Something boiling in that subconscious mind. I realize that subconscious beliefs or programs might be holding me back from my desires. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you're smart enough to do that. I don't know if you're educated enough to do that. I don't know if you could accomplish that. We're the worst to ourselves. Those subconscious ideas, they come from us. For example, I want money. I may have been told things growing up that I am subconsciously holding on to. So I go back to my past and release beliefs that no longer align and substitute them with ones that do. Here's one for you. I am enough. I am enough. I also say I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. And the wealth doesn't have to be monetary. The wealth could just be, I'm wealthy in friends. I'm wealthy in health. I'm wealthy in, those types of things. And I love this. Ellen, the law of individuation, shine your unique bright light. Look at her. She's got an afro. She's all that in a bag of chips. Just be you. Be you. Shine your bright light and don't let anybody tell you not to. There you go. There you go. Wow. All right, we got Lottie. Okay, Susan. Lucille, hello. I believe in seeing my own person and making my own choices. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. Mel, I hope you're having a great day too. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Annie, you say, thanks, anxiety, but you're not in charge today. That's awesome. That's right. Mary, I lovingly allow joy to flow freely in my life. I love me, and affirmations from Louise Hay. Thank you. I love that too. Yes. Yep. We really need to say those things to ourselves because, other people may criticize us or say something, but we are the worst critics, honestly. of ourselves. Yep. Okay, Lottie, you got the projecting card as well. Somebody else had gotten it earlier today, but that's what comes up for your mindful message that says, rather than reacting and projecting my emotions, I remember no one is to blame. No one's responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions, I have the choice in how I respond. Just take it down a notch before you say anything, because then you can't take it back. You can't take it back. The law of correspondence comes your way. This is the third time this card has come up today for somebody. And it says, see life as an ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. Beautiful message. Could be a beautiful message for all of us. It took you 20 years, Annie? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You are kind, you are smart, and you are mine, my mom used to say. Oh. And you are, Craig. You grew up to be very kind, very smart. And you are your mother's boy. Yeah. Bye, Wiki. Have a good day, honey. You're welcome, honey. All right. So let's see what we got. We got two left here. Mama Sees All. You were asking the question about your brother putting himself above the law. My first thought is, if he is doing that, then he must be a narcissist in some ways, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist. This is for entertainment purposes only. But there are a lot of people who really don't think the law pertains to them. They don't believe that they should have to suffer the consequences of anything. So it could be that that's what it is you're dealing with. And wow. So what's going to be needed to make him do that? Oh, wow. You're going to really think this is unusual. He needs love. He needs love. Instead of, don't send him any of your hatred, any of your, and this, unfortunately, this is what the former guy needs too. It's really hard for us to do that. But as spiritual people, it is our sort of our responsibility to, I don't want to say turn the other cheek. We are people who walk our own path, but even the great teachers such as Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha and others have said that love is all there is. Here, my book I'm reading about awareness and bringing our awareness up is that we have to be aware that love is essential for us to give to others, and that we're here to serve others with boundaries. You know, don't get me wrong. You need to have boundaries with this person. And if that means that you have to cut the cords with this person, you can still send them love, because everybody can be a recipient of love. But maybe you don't want to have too much done with them. And that's okay too, because you have boundaries that you can set. It's important. It says here, though, that you need to send him love. And I'm wondering if some of his problem is his health. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even know himself. In other words, maybe he has an imbalance somewhere that makes him, I believe, and this is for entertainment purposes only, I believe that the orange guy definitely has some mental issues and doesn't, and nobody really knows it, you know, or they assume it, but they don't know it for sure. And I think some of it has to do with dementia, or there's something else going on. And maybe your brother has that problem, but he's not going to tell you if he does, if he even knows. But that's the second card I get. I do see a transformation. And that's interesting, because I didn't know what I was going to get for the last card, but maybe that transformation is in the way you perceive the issue. Okay. In here, it says to expect changes and transformation and new beginnings and personal growth. So perhaps this is saying, this is a lesson for you. And until you learn the lesson yourself, he's got a lesson to learn. You've got a lesson to learn. Until you learn the lesson yourself, you have to deal with the way he is. But you don't have to deal with the way he is if you allow yourself to set the boundaries or to disengage from him in some way. And so I know that sounds like an odd group of cards and an odd lesson here, but quite honestly, it's all about this. It's all about this. And so even on the cross, and I'm not a Christian per se, but I do know that Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And I don't think he knows what he's doing. He might know what he's doing in manipulating, but he doesn't realize the impact of it on lots of people. I'm hoping that makes sense to you. I hope that makes sense to you. It is mental health. That's why you feel the bar review will be the only ones to make him get evaluated. Okay. Good. I agree. He's causing serious damage to the health of yourself and your daughter. Good. I'm glad you cut the cords, honey. I'm glad you cut the cord. Just send him on love. Send him love. Whatever happens, you've done what you need to do to protect yourself. And I recognize that it's a hard thing to do because he's your brother. And I'm going to do exactly what I told everybody else to do. And that is, I'm going to hold space for you, Mama, and hope that everything gets better. Yeah. We're sending you tons of love and light. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this. It's very, very difficult. Love can change many things. But you have terminal breast. Oh my God, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Love yourself. Love yourself. Don't ever not love who you are, and love yourself. Yeah. Everybody, please send Mama Sees All lots of love and light and lots of healing. If you'll accept the healing from us as a group, we love to do that. We love to send out love and healing for the highest good of you and your daughter or your child that you have, and the ability to deal with those things that you're dealing with right now. Oh my Lord, lots of love, honestly. Yep. Oh boy, that really makes me sad. I'm sorry. Love is the answer no matter the question. I remember hearing that once, and I think that's true. Okay, Susan Kelly, giving you your message from Spirit. Oh, this is cute. First card you get is playfulness. Be playful, girl. Be playful. Get your roller skates on. I go about life playfully and I take things lightly. I can turn any hard day or heavy burden into a fun adventure. Why spend time upset when there's so much fun to be had? I agree. And one of the cards that we had earlier and before probably you came in, Susan, was live as though this is your last. Live as though you're dying. Live as though you're dying. So what would you do if you knew you were going to die imminently? You hopefully have some fun. Have some fun after you get over the shock of it. You got the law of attraction, which I'm sure you're aware of the law of attraction. And it says, embody the highest version of yourself. Everybody deserves what they want. It doesn't mean it's taking away from anybody else. There's plenty for everyone. That's what Esther Hicks says. And Abraham. There's plenty for everyone. You're not taking from anybody. You're just attracting that which you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wow. Great pop-up. Great pop-up. Hi, Karen Johnson. All right. Thank you so very much. Wow. What a great pop-up. Thank you so much. You be quiet. I'm going to let you out in a minute. Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much. I will see you. I'll be back at 4:00 with the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot today. And on Friday, I'll be with JJ or Two to Speaks on my channel at noon Pacific. Thanks, everybody, for coming. It was a great impromptu party. Thank you. Love and light to you. Bye-bye.